Hi, I'm Vlad, an AI-focused software engineer with over a decade of experience, and today I will show you how to create a simple automation to create such videos on autopilot.
Eat bright, shine bright!
High-level idea of this automation is pretty straightforward. We will provide a topic to create a video for, and as output we will get a fully generated video with caption ready to be published for social media like TikTok, YouTube or Reels. So our flow starts with simple chat message node where we can enter our topic idea. So let's assume we want to create some kind of funny pair that will teach us how to be fit and live healthy, and we can provide such idea here. After that, we start generating our script. So for this we use AI agent node. So it's basically analogy of ChatGPT that you use, but in more automatic way. So you provide a detailed prompt called system prompt or system message here that provides what in details AI agent should do, in what format, how it should act. And here, as you can see, we ask him to be a content creator, provide us a viral script with particular rules what it should do, and provide output in specific format. So this format called JSON as JavaScript as an object. And next node is our AI agent. Basically first step that will start generating our video script from the idea we provided. So as you can see, here is our idea from the last node, and we create a system message that will provide a detailed description of how this AI should act. So we use OpenAI as a provider, so it's the same provider as ChatGPT that potentially many of you use. And the basic idea of this agent is to act as a content creator, follow rules, to create a scene with character, and provide output as a format like provided here. So we want script and we want caption for our video. When we run our node, we will have as output a detailed script of this viral idea based on topic we provided, and particular captions with hashtags that we can copy paste to our created video on platforms. Next step of our workflow is second AI agent that will create from our script and caption ready to use prompt for VEO model. So this one is particular focus, as you can see, for generating AI for viral short videos, and it will focus on creating a prompt for Google VEO model. So this includes as best practices different stuff like subject, context, what audio should be, what style we should use, how camera motion should look like, and everything like that. And this one will provide our detailed best practices to generate a good video. As you can see, as output we got ready to use prompt for VEO model. Now for next step we will save our data into spreadsheet, so it will look like simple like this. So we have idea, caption and video description, and also as a separate we have URL of our ready to use video after generation. So basically what it does, it saves our internal data that we got here into spreadsheet. So after that we can see what it will generate and potentially approve it or disapprove. Here it will do it automatically for simplicity. For example, here it added a new line with detailed idea, as you can see, and video description and captions we can use. And URL is empty because we didn't generate yet any video, so it will be our next step of workflow. As next step, we do a simple basic data transformation because our provider for VEO model requires specific format in which we need to provide this detailed prompt. For this, we just can use something like Claude to generate this simple piece of code, and we can it will just format it in an appropriate way. So for this I just used Claude Sonnet 4 to generate based on this description and what provider expects. After we saved everything in a spreadsheet, we are ready to use our information to send to a provider to generate a video. But before that, we need to format the data, so particularly our prompt, to be appropriate to send to a provider, because it expects the data in a specific form. It also this JSON format, and as you can see, it just requires some reformatting from this form to something like this. Basically, the prompt itself, it keeps state. Now, when we have our prompt generated and stored in spreadsheet, we are ready to start using it for VEO3 model to generate our video. For this, we can use multiple providers that provide us with API. So it's called Application Programming Interface. As a provider, we will use replicate.com that recently got an ability to provide an API for VEO3 model, and we can see how to connect it right here, and we will use this information to create our connection. So API is basically Application Programming Interface. In a simple words, it's some interface that provides different programs in internet communicate with each other, request action or request some data. And it's common way to request some actions, like we want to here to generate some video for VEO3 model. So before that, we need to transform our data into a form that's applicable to this API. So it means like we just need to transform our structure that we had here, like video description, idea caption, into something that required by our interface from provider, and it looks like simplified here. So, and you don't need to code this or doing something like that. So the only thing you need is to describe what you need and from which form to transform to which form. For this purpose, we use code module. So basically it runs the code reading, but for this particular case, you don't need to know anything about programming like here, because you just need any AI model, like let's say Claude, where you can describe what do you need. So particularly you need to transform this format into this format and ask Claude to generate a code for that, and it's simple like that. So I just described that I need for NA10 piece of code that will transform my information to this format. And we finally got to most interesting step in our workflow, particular step when we will ask VEO3 model to generate a video based on prompt we created. So it looks like this. So as we use API for that, we have a way to communicate through HTTP requests, so-called. So it's a way to call those APIs, and details for that you can find on Replicate, particularly how to do that. And you will just copy and paste this stuff from one place to another like this. For that, we will fill a few fields like called URL, headers, and content body that we got from our provider. Here we will run our model and wait for a few minutes, because VEO3 is a big model, so it means it takes lots of time to generate even 8-second video. It will take approximately 2-3 minutes. As a result, we got our video generated from a prompt, and here you can see that we got our video in form of web, or also we can download it from here. And as a last step, we got our spreadsheet update, where we will put our created URL for a video into a spreadsheet to update our column. And it will look like here. So for this row that we generated, we put our newly created video URL to this column called URL. And let's see what we got.
Eat bright, shine bright.
So it was a short overview of the workflow, how to generate on an autopilot such videos. The thing worth to mention is about pricing of this model and how much it will cost. There are two options how you can try it. The first one of pricing models they provide is basically subscription model, where you can subscribe to Google AI Ultra to get a full package of Google AI options, where VEO3 is just one of part of those, and you can get a Flow, that is AI filmmaking tool that includes this VEO3 model where you can edit your videos. And second option, how you can use and pay for this model, is API based. So it means whenever you want to generate a video, you will pay only for this video. So this is called pay as you go, and it will cost $6 per 8-second video or 75 cents per second. So on the first sight it sounds like very expensive because we pay $6 per 8-second video, but let's think about that. Before this one, we need to pay lots of money for creating, shooting and editing of such a video, because it's lots of computer graphics and whatever we needed to put into just that simple video, and it could cost easily over $1,000, tens of $1,000, and right now you can get it just for $10 or under that. And because of that, as you can see, you can create a viral content that got few million views in under 2 weeks, that cost much more than $6.